I am Batman. Average Sniper.
Hey, what's up everybody? Average Sniper here, and welcome to another Call of Duty Warzone video. In today's video, I want to talk about a subject that has proven to be quite controversial. I want to talk about skill-based matchmaking. And I want to say before I start this video that a lot of YouTubers make videos about skill-based matchmaking that are only look at one side. You know, maybe they're a really good player and they don't want to have to fight other really good players every time they play, and that's understandable. Or maybe they're not such a good player and they don't want to get put in lobbies with people that are absolute beasts, which is also completely understandable. So it seems like it's just kind of a pointless argument. You can see both sides of the spectrum. Hopefully you can see both sides of it. I mean, I know there's a lot of people out there, unfortunately, who don't care to step into someone else's shoes and see how something makes them feel, as opposed to just making an opinion, you know, based on how it makes you or everybody else feel. So I would like to take some time to talk about skill-based matchmaking. I want to see some constructive comments, constructive criticism type of comments in the section. I want everybody to try their best to be respectful of everybody else's opinions, even if you don't agree with it, because I've noticed on a lot of these videos, the comment section fills up with a whole bunch of people who don't even watch the video, you know, and they're just like, oh, skill-based matchmaking is trash, or, oh, we have to have skill-based matchmaking. If you don't want that, then you're a total noob, you know. Nobody cares about comments like that. You know, if you really want to make a difference, you know, make an educated comment, respectful of others, and state your opinion, you know, and do it as professionally as possible. So here we go, guys. Skill-based matchmaking. Is it something that should be in the game? There's, like I said, lots of people complaining about it. I think it should be in the game to a certain degree. You know, I definitely think that if a new player signs on and they're trying to learn the game, and they're only getting matched up against like the best of the best, or people that have a higher kill-death ratio, that's definitely bad. Even if they get to kill a couple noobs in between, I think it would be better for the community, especially new players and players that don't have a lot of time to play, if they didn't have to fight people that play the game for 10 hours a day. You know, that's a big letdown. Now, having said that, you know, there is another side to this story where let's talk about the players. Let's not just talk about the new players and the casual players. Let's talk about the players that do put a lot of time into the game, you know. Should they also have skill-based matchmaking where it only matches them up against people that play just as much as them, you know? This is where my side of the argument comes in, and I think no, you know, because I play video games to have fun. I don't want to have to play against sweaty tryhards all the time just because I play the game a lot, you know. I'm not that good. I'm a pretty average player, even though I play it a lot. I'm just not on the level of some of these people. And that's why I don't want skill-based matchmaking in my lobbies. Now, that argument is the exact same. The reason for that argument is the exact same reason that people of lower skill and people that are new to the game actually want skill-based matchmaking, because it will keep them playing with people that aren't that good, you know, so that they can actually have a chance to maybe win or maybe survive. Now, it has been proven that skill-based matchmaking does exist in Call of Duty Warzone. A really popular YouTuber made a video about it and talked about how he used an account that had like a 4 KD, an account that had like a 2 KD, an account that had a negative KD, and he said the differences in the enemies you get was not even comparable. He says, or it was insane. I mean, it was insane. Obviously on the one that had a low KD, he only went up against enemies that basically had no idea what they were doing. It looked like it was their first time playing the game. Total bots, you know. But then when he played with the account that had like the 2 KD, he was going up against people that were really good. And when he had played on the account that had the 4 KD and lots of time in, he was going against people that were really, really good. So skill-based matchmaking is definitely a thing in this game. And I really want to know where you guys sit. I think that skill-based matchmaking should be modified so that a player that's new to the game gets a chance to learn the game and practice it before they go into what's called a general lobby. So maybe you get, you know, let's say let's say you get somewhere between 20 and 30 matches if you're a new player, and you're pretty much only playing with other new players and maybe, a couple players that have a 1 to a 2 KD, just so that you have a chance to learn some strategy. Because honestly, the best way to learn a new game is getting killed when it's a shooter, because you watch how you got killed and you're like, oh, okay, I see where that guy was. I'm going to try that next time on somebody else. Or, oh, okay, that was a good strategy. Next time I'm going to try that. Or, oh, that guy was cheating. F that. But I think new players should get somewhere between 20 and 30 games where the skill-based matchmaking keeps them with other new players or players, that are around their skill. Pretty much just going to be new players. After that general learning curve is over and they feel more comfortable with the game, they understand the mechanics, they have some custom classes set up, then I think it should start putting people in general lobbies. And general lobbies will be lobbies that don't have any skill-based matchmaking attached. It is simply matching you based on your ping. Now, your ping is basically your latency in the game. It's how good of a connection you have to the server. And I've always been a strong believer that you should get matched with people that play in a region that's close to you so that there's not a lot of lag. Because let's be honest, I'd rather play against good players than play against laggy players. Because sometimes trying to shoot a laggy player is impossible, and then all of a sudden they turn around and headshot you. Sometimes it's easy to kill them, but a lot of the times it's very, very inconsistent. Nobody wants that. Nobody wants that. So tell me what you guys think of that. About 20 to 30 games for new players so they get comfortable and learn the game. And then after that, the skill-based matchmaking turns off and you get into lobbies with just completely random people. You might have people with negative KDs. You might have people with 2 KDs, 1 KDs. And you might have the occasional beast in there, that has like a 3, 4, even 5 KD, assuming they're legit, and not a cheater. Now, the reason I wanted to make a video about this, and the entire reason I brought this up today, is because I have trouble playing with some of my friends that don't play the game as much as me or that don't have stats that are as high as me. When we play duos or trios or quads, it tends to put us into lobbies that are kind of like my solo lobbies, where everybody I'm playing is pretty experienced at the game, and it's basically hard mode, and it sucks because they have to change their play style and adapt, otherwise it's death. And we end up having quite a lot of bad games, because you can't use the same play style that you use when you play against players that aren't as good as when you play against players that are better. For example, if you got 2 inexperienced players sitting in a house and you rush the house, they're probably not going to be able to shoot you as you rush the house, or they're probably just going to be hiding in a corner waiting for you. You run in the house, you know where they are, you get the kills on them because they don't know what they're doing. On the other hand, same scenario, you have 2 players in the house, but they're really good players. You rush the house and you get shredded before you even get there because they're actually watching the windows, they're using UAVs, heartbeat sensors, and all that stuff. Totally changes the dynamic of the game. So the skill-based matchmaking for me is not a problem in solos, but when I play with other people and it puts us against, higher caliber players and they're not used to fighting those higher caliber players, it is a major problem for me and for them. And it's definitely something that I think should be looked into and adjusted. Do I want to see skill-based matchmaking completely go away? No. I want to protect our new players. I want to protect our casual players, and I want more players to, play Call of Duty Warzone, and I want them to enjoy it. I don't want them to get into lobbies with just beasts, and get destroyed. And that's the whole problem. And that's what I never hear other YouTubers talking about. I only hear people talking about it from their perspective. Like, oh, this skill-based matchmaking is so garbage, it's so sweaty all the time. And that's fine, but there should really be some kind of video like this that talks about it from both perspectives, So make sure you watch the video before you comment. I really, really hope you guys enjoyed. And I'm really looking forward to reading the comments to see you guys' opinion. It's a real controversial subject because people are very defensive about it. Obviously you have your new and casual players who are going to defend skill-based matchmaking to the death, and then you have your pro players who are going to say, I'm sick of being in sweaty lobbies every time I play. Skill-based matchmaking is trash. Let's find the middle ground. Let's do some constructive comments, and hopefully we'll get a change. Thanks for watching, guys. I hope you have a wonderful day. Like and subscribe if you enjoyed. Later.